Heidi's Magical Adventure. Once upon a time, in a small town surrounded by green hills, lived a sweet little girl named Heidi. She had lost her parents when she was a baby, and her loving Aunt Deet cared for her. The aunt played games with Heidi, sang lullabies, and filled her days with affection and warmth. When Heidi grew a little older, her aunt got a new job in a faraway city, a place not suitable for children. So, she decided to take Heidi to live with her grandfather. Grandfather Alp, who lived high up in the Alps, though he was known to be a grumpy man. Aunt Deet believed he would care well for Heidi. Early one morning, they set off together. The roads twisted up the mountains, the wind rustled through the trees, and the birds sang sweetly. Heidi looked out with shining eyes, amazed by the beauty around her. At last, they reached a small wooden hut that was her grandfather's home. Her aunt held Heidi's hand and led her inside. Though Grandfather Alp spoke little, deep inside, he was happy to see his granddaughter. After Aunt Deet left, he prepared a cozy bed for her in the attic. That night, Heidi slept under a window full of stars and made her first wish for her loved ones to always be happy. When Heidi woke the next morning, she saw something large and furry beside her bed. Startled, she sat up, then laughed when she saw it was Joseph, her grandfather's loyal dog. They became best friends instantly, exploring the meadows, chasing butterflies, and running freely across the green fields. One sunny day, Heidi met Peter, a young goat-herd boy on the mountain slopes. Peter was surprised to see a cheerful little girl running among the goats. They quickly became friends, laughing and exploring the hills together. Heidi followed Peter everywhere, learning how to talk to the goats and climb safely on rocky paths. All summer, Heidi lived joyfully in the mountains. She helped her grandfather bake bread in his stone oven and visited Peter's blind grandmother, bringing her warm loaves. The kind grandmother offered Heidi goat's milk in return. Life was simple and happy, full of sunshine, laughter, and love. When winter came, snow covered the mountains and Peter went to school. Heidi began to feel lonely because she couldn't go with him. Just then, Aunt Deet returned and decided to take Heidi to the city, where she could study and also help a family. Grandfather Alp, though upset, finally agreed for Heidi's future. After a long train ride, they reached a grand house. There, Heidi met Clara, a kind girl who couldn't walk because of an accident. Aunt Deet had brought Heidi to be Clara's friend. The two became close, filling the house with laughter and games. Heidi's cheerful nature brought joy to Clara's quiet life. Clara's strict grandmother taught Heidi how to read, write, and behave at the table. Clara also helped her study, and soon Heidi learned city manners. But deep inside, she missed her grandfather, Joseph, and the green mountains. Her heart ached for the open skies, and she slowly grew sad and pale. Seeing Heidi's sadness, Clara's father and grandmother decided to send her back. Clara cried, but understood that love means wanting someone's happiness. When Heidi returned to the Alps, she ran into her grandfather's arms with joy. Joseph barked happily, and the mountains seemed to welcome her home. One day a letter arrived. Clara was coming to visit. When she arrived, she was amazed by the beauty of the Alps. Heidi introduced her to Peter, and they all became friends. But Peter started feeling jealous, afraid Heidi might love Clara more and forget him. One day, overcome by jealousy, Peter secretly pushed Clara's wheelchair down a slope, breaking it to pieces. But soon, guilt filled his heart. Without her chair, Clara was frightened at first, but Heidi encouraged her. Slowly, with Heidi's help and the mountain air, Clara began to walk again, one small step at a time. When Clara's grandmother saw her standing, she cried with joy and thanked Grandfather Alp and Heidi. Peter confessed his mistake and apologized. Heidi and Clara forgave him because real friendship means forgiving and growing together. From then on, the three friends laughed and played across the green meadows, their joy echoing through the Alps forever.